Beer 30 is when you walk into a bar or a VFW, and in that 30 seconds, you can already tell.
That guy right there is drunk, that guy's an idiot, and that guy down there knows it all.
There are programs out there beyond the VA.
Many non-profit organizations. The Beer 30 Show.
It's the Beer 30 Show. Made by veterans.
For veterans.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Beer 30 Show, brought to you by Common Ground Golf Course in Aurora, Colorado. A place for all and all the game teaches. Today we have starting offensive lineman for the Jacksonville Jaguars and former offensive lineman for the 2013 Super Bowl contenders, Denver Broncos, Zane Beadles. Talk to us about your foundation there, Zane.
Yeah, it's the Zane Beadles Parade Foundation. I actually started it when I was still playing in Denver about 2.5 years ago, and giving back to the community has always been a huge deal for me. Did some stuff in the Denver community there with a place called Brent's Place that provides safe, clean housing for bone marrow transplant pediatric cancer patients. And, got involved with that for a little bit and then wanted to do a little bit more. And so started my own foundation. And our mission is to support the journey of young people through life-changing medical experiences. And we've been operating now for about 2.5 years and still very involved in the Denver community with Brent's Place there. And then trying to do some good stuff in Jacksonville and then my hometown of Salt Lake City as well.
Wow, that's a great foundation. I mean, I know whenever I think about going to a hospital, helping kids out and everything like that, I always wish there was more foundations out there that would actually help kids and children specifically, because they haven't lived life yet. So
Absolutely.
It's always really great when we get to talk to somebody about helping children, because most of the time we talk about helping veterans, and there are more programs other than just helping veterans. Veterans can still use these types of programs because cancer isn't it doesn't choose, it just picks whoever. So yeah, Joel, you got anything?
Hey, the thing that I've always wondered is that I know that when you was here in Denver, you spent the day with a child that had cancer, and that was the whole reason why you created this organization. And I was wondering if you could shed some light briefly a little bit more on the story. What motivated you? I mean, how did he touch your heart?
Yeah, absolutely. It actually started way back even when I was in college. There was a little boy when I was in college that had a brain tumor, and he was a huge University of Utah fan, which is where I went to school and played my college ball at. And he loved the University of Utah, and he just wanted to be a part, and we kind of adopted him onto the team. It would have been my sophomore year in college, and he would come around. He would be in the locker room with us and be with us before games and at practice and all that sort of thing. And so I saw him go through his journey for about 13 months before he eventually lost his battle. I saw him go through all that, and he had a big impact on me. So when I got to Denver, got drafted there in 2010, and wanted to start getting involved in the community, I knew I wanted to do something with pediatric cancer, and just started to look around and found Brent's Place, like I said, to provide safe, clean housing for pediatric cancer patients. And, went in there and visited one day, and there's a number of children stay there and their families, and, just had a great experience there. And it really enjoyed just interacting with the families and all that sort of thing. So it just has kind of grown from there.
Awesome. So, out of these children that you've been helping, have you helped any that military families? Or because I know that you're open to help them, but I was just wondering if there was a percentage or if you've helped military.
Yeah,
families.
I don't know that there's an exact percentage that we've tracked as far as just military families, but I know a couple off the top of my head one from Laramie, Wyoming, and then another from, I believe they were from Colorado Springs. And worked with them and their kids and got to know the families a little bit and a little bit of their stories and you know, to see them going through what they were going through, you know, it's definitely a hard thing, but it's a heartwarming thing to get to know the families and be able to be a part of the journey and the battle that they're fighting and try to provide a little bit of respite from that, you know, with our programs where we just try to give kids a little bit of time to get their minds off the treatment of everyday life and, you know, the families as well, and just have a little bit of fun while they're going through what they're going through. And, you know, very, very rewarding experience for me. One of the families actually, you know, gave me one of their squad coins or whatever they are. You guys would probably know coins, exactly. Yeah, challenge coins, absolutely. And, you know, that was a huge honor for me to receive one of those because, you know, for me, it's just something that I enjoy doing and want to be a part of and to get something like that, which, you know, from my understanding is a very, you know, a big deal for somebody to give that away. So right. Definitely on my side, very appreciative of that.
Well, I tell you what, Zane, I was gonna give you one when I came back from Russia but you knew that you had already signed with another team. Unfortunately, we do miss you here in Denver, but I had something that I was going to give you. So before I let you go, if you could get me a P.O. box or some kind of address, not only will I send you the coin, but I would also like to send you a Beer30 shirt. You know, because me and Danny does this. Me and Danny does this talk show, and we're basically volunteers. We volunteer our time, but me and Danny feel that it's vital for everybody to know all the nonprofits out there that is able to help individuals, you know, like the kid that you was talking about. Because not all of us can have commercials, you know, going off, and not all of us can have billboards because, you know, it's great about nonprofits, but I've dealt with it. They don't give discounts. They don't give free commercials. You have to pay for that stuff.
Yep, absolutely. Well, I definitely appreciate that, and I will wear that shirt with pride. And you know, as far as what you guys are doing, I commend you guys because that is a great thing. And like you said, it's hard enough for anybody to get word out about the cause that they're trying to support. And if you guys can help out a little bit, that's a wonderful thing.
Right. So the last question, and I know Danny has a big one. I've always wondered, can you explain to me why you picked an elephant for your logo for the parade?
I can. You know, actually, when I first got to Denver, a group of friends of mine that I became really good friends with my first couple years, we all came in together and were rookies together. We would just get together and have a good time and chat and stuff, and we would always talk about what animal each one of us was. And, you know, by our personal traits and our personalities and that kind of thing. And, you know, eventually it came out that, you know, I thought I might be an elephant and you know, elephants are big animals and I'm a big animal. Elephants are intelligent. They have good memories. They're very pack or family oriented, which is, you know, my close friends in my family are very important to me. Right. And, you know, and then it takes a lot to really get an elephant mad, but once you do, they kind of wreck shop, and you know, it's kind of hard to stop them. And so, you know, I felt like there was a lot of similarities between, you know, physically and personality wise, and then, you know, you do a little bit more research, and elephants in a lot of cultures represent luck and strength and perseverance and things of that sort. So, you know, tying that in with the pediatric cancer was just, you know, I thought it was a very good tie-in and really went along with what we were trying to do. So it became kind of our mascot and kind of our brand, if you will.
There you go. You should get a lot of donations from the Republican Party then, eh? Go ahead,
absolutely.
Danny.
We'll take them.
Okay. guess it's my turn to ask a question. So, what kind of annual events do you guys host, and where and what would they be about?
Yeah, so we try to do one big event in each of the three cities that we're involved in every year. We've been able to continue to do some stuff in Denver. Our signature event was a pancake breakfast, and we had some good participation with that in Denver. Unfortunately, when I had to leave and I wasn't able to spend as much time in Denver, that event kind of went away in Denver. But we're working on some stuff for this next off season coming up. We have a big fundraiser that we're going to roll out in 2016 called the Parade Partners Card, which gives benefits and discounts to some pretty high-end stores that don't normally give discounts on their products. And so we're going to try to tie in an event with the launch of that in 2016. And, I'd love to keep you guys updated and get the word out once we figure out what is going to go on with that.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But then also, we do some third-party and one-off events here and there. We had an event earlier here in September in Jacksonville where we had some families from a local cancer treatment center come to a place called Fantasy Farms, which was kind of a petting zoo and just a really fun place for kids to go around, a lot of activities and cupcake decorating and a lot of stuff of that sort. So we had these families from the Cancer Treatment Center here in Jacksonville come and just have a few hours to enjoy the family and enjoy some fun with the kids and face painting and balloon animals and stuff like that, and just try to get their minds off of, like I said, what they're going through day in and day out. And, we really love to do events like that.
Right.
Man, the pancake thing sounds great. I know my son would love it because no matter when I ask him, what do you want to eat? He just says pancakes.
Yeah, Danny, do you know what a pancake is?
I love breakfast. I think I could eat it three meals a day. So breakfast for dinner is always good for me.
Oh, yeah. My son could definitely eat pancakes all day long. We actually go to IHOP a lot for him.
Awesome.
But, yeah. What's the Jeans and Jerseys Day?
Yeah, Jeans and Jerseys Day is kind of a thing we rolled out to try to get businesses involved and for businesses to have a good time while they're supporting a good cause as well. And the whole idea there is that a company or a corporation will host a Jeans and Jerseys Day at their office, and every employee can wear the jersey of their favorite team or whoever they want to wear their jersey of, and they just make a small $5 to $10 donation to the foundation for the opportunity to be able to wear that jersey to work. And we've had some people participate and have some fun with that. A lot of companies will tie in kind of a party for the day, or if there's a big game that week that they want to tie in with the event, they can absolutely do that. But it's been a fun thing, and we've gotten some good feedback from some organizations on that.
And then what I was going to ask you, Danny, sorry I kind of interrupted you guys while you was talking, but what I was going to ask you, Danny, is do you know what a pancake is, the pancake block? Because I don't really know, and if you don't know, then I'm sure Zane can explain it. Somebody got to break it down Barney style for me.
The pancake block, I do not know. So that's Zane.
Okay, so Zane, can you describe to us what a pancake block is?
Yeah, so, as offensive linemen on the football field, there's not a lot of stats that people keep for us. So a common stat that offensive linemen will keep for themselves, just kind of for their own fun in the O-line room with the guys, are pancake blocks. And basically what that is if you block somebody for so long and so well that they end up on their back and you end up on top of them and you flatten them like a pancake, that counts as a pancake block. And they don't happen too often, especially in the NFL, but when they do, it's definitely a big deal.
Okay, all right.
Well, Joel might like that. I mean, having a guy on top of him and stuff. I don't know. I mean, that's just me.
Yeah, only you would think that, Danny. You gotta undermine my friend. He was in the Navy.
Yeah. That means we have a sense of humor. So what is the Colorado Gives a Day, and when is that?
Yeah, so Colorado Gives Day is a one day a year in Colorado where this website, Colorado Gives Day, it's .com or .org. I'm not exactly sure, but they try to get as many nonprofits on their website as possible, and they encourage everybody in the state to give on one particular day. And so it's a big fundraiser, and you can go on their website and pick any nonprofit in the state that qualifies to donate money to them. And it's in early December every year. I don't know the exact date again this year, but I believe it's a Tuesday in early December. And, stuff like that. We have a website, zanesparade.org, that those kind of events we always update and let people know what kind of stuff's going on that we're involved in.
Yeah, me and Dane was going to ask you, in a couple of questions. One of them, we was going to ask you, well, what the website was, and if they can donate at that website, and if you're looking for volunteers.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, the website is zanesparade.org, and it has all the information of our events. It has updates on what we've been up to. We also have a newsletter that people can sign up to if they want to know what's going on with the foundation on a monthly basis. You can donate on there. You can sign up to volunteer for any event or to host your own third-party event. But yeah, all the information and all the contact that needs to be made is all through that website.
Awesome.
So I got something. I know Joel's like really interested in this one. What is the snuggle pet? I mean, it sounds like Joel would be something right up his alley, especially
Yeah,
like
you'd be a lovable guy.
So again, it's another one of our ideas to try to get some fundraising, to try to do some good. But a snuggle pad is a little pillow, basically, that looks like our logo, the elephant with the yellow gift on its back and nice trunk and all that kind of stuff. But it opens up and becomes a tray with a cup holder in it. So kids can use it to eat off of. They can use it to color in their coloring books. They can use it to hopefully do their homework that they're doing at night. But it's all, it's a fun little, almost like a stuffed animal for them as well.
That sounds perfect for you, Joel. You should get one.
I'm telling you. Got me
Oh,
all excited now.
Say again, Zane?
The snuggle pads are something we do. We sell them to the general public for people to buy for their kids, and for every one that we sell, we give one to a child that is completing their cancer treatment as kind of a graduation gift, if you will.
Okay.
Oh, that's
I'm gonna have to
cool.
get one of those for my daughter because she loves stuffed animals. So
Yeah.
that'll be great. So you'll probably see an order from me here soon.
Awesome.
So I do a lot of shopping on Amazon, and I was reading you got some kind of a shop or whatever with Amazon. Can you tell us about that, Zane?
Yeah, it's again through our website. There's links on there to get you to the proper place to be able to do that stuff. But we sell the snuggle pads on there,
Okay.
as well as some other autographed items. It's not a huge store, but there are some things available on there that you can't really get anywhere else. But again, just trying to raise money to do what we need to do with our mission.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I just asked because I am an Amazon baby. I buy so much junk off that, so I'll definitely have to look into.
It's so easy, isn't it?
Huh?
I said it's so easy not to.
Yeah, I thought I was doing better staying away from eBay, but I'm not. I'm just on Amazon, just a different killer.
Absolutely.
Well, I'll be heading down to Jacksonville here in the next 2 months or so. I am not a Jacksonville Jaguar fan.
Yet.
No, I will never be a Jacksonville Jaguar fan, I don't think. So, Zane, every time we have a professional football player on our show, I've always got to ask them, who was their favorite team growing up?
I actually did not have an NFL team growing up. I was more into college football And didn't, being in Salt Lake City where I grew up, there's obviously the Broncos in Colorado,
Right.
or the other big team for fans out there is the Niners. And I was kind of always the kid that wanted to go his own way and not follow everybody else. So I was never a fan of either team. But I was definitely a University of Utah fan growing up, being in Salt Lake City. My stepdad was involved in the athletics department there, and we had season tickets for the basketball team and the football team, and that was kind of my team growing up, and the players and everything that I looked up to.
All right. Well, I think we're running out of time, Zane, but I got one last question. Danny, you're showing me sign language, and I don't understand, but that's okay. The last question that I had for you is what's your next event coming up? So that we can
Let's see here.
promote you.
What's that?
I said, what is your next event coming up so I can somewhat promote it?
Yeah, our next event here in Jacksonville is coming up in December. We're throwing a Christmas party for, again, those families here at the local cancer treatment center. So that will be a good time. And then the next event after that will be in Salt Lake City in next February. So that's one. But our next event in Denver will probably be next summer, next July.
Oh, okay.
And we don't have an exact date yet set for that. But like I said, we're going to try to launch and have an event with the launch of our Parade Partners card, a big fundraiser that we'll be rolling out.
All right, cool. Yeah, Zane, when you get here in July, when you do that event, make sure you can text me. Maybe we can go out for lunch or something.
Yeah, absolutely. It'd be great to catch up.
Yeah, for sure. Well, if Danny doesn't have any other questions, then I'm going to let you go, Zane, because I know that you're a very busy person and your schedule's pretty tight. So on behalf of us here at Beer30, we want to tell you thank you very much for coming on the show, kind of shedding some light on your organization. And everybody, the Jacksonville Jaguars offensive line, Zane Beadles.
Absolutely. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for the opportunity to come on and talk a little bit about it and speak with you guys. I definitely appreciate it.
All right,
No
awesome.
problem, Zane. If there's anything else you'd like to say, Zane, about the foundation or anything else, please feel free to add it, real.
Yeah, I think we've covered pretty much everything. But like I said, the best way if anybody wants to learn more or get involved is go to zanesparade.org and just browse our site there, and that will give you all the information that you need.
All right, that sounds great. Well, thank you for coming on the show with us today, Zane, and we hope you get better for this next game you guys play in, 2 weeks?
2 weeks, yeah, a little bye week right now, so a little bit of rest, which is definitely needed at this point in the season.
Right.
I bet.
All right, brother. Well, thank you, and I'll talk to you on the other side later.
All right, sounds good. Thank you guys. Take care.
Bye. All right, everybody. That was offensive lineman for the Jacksonville Jaguars, Zane Beadles. So, interesting. Very interesting. I'm glad that we was able to get him. He has a pretty busy schedule when it comes to football.
Well, yeah, especially during the NFL season.
Yeah.
So, but it's great to know that there's other foundations out there, especially some for kids, because kids are important, in everybody's life. Anybody who has a kid understands the bond that there is, and when they're going through something that's life affected, these types of foundations are great to know about, and sometimes they can help out a lot and take a lot of stress off the parents. So that's always very nice.
Yeah, for sure.
That is the sound for our 2-minute warning brought to you by Common Ground Golf Course in Aurora, Colorado. What'd you learn today, Joel?
I learned today what the elephant meant. I've always wondered that of all the names you could come with, I always wondered why he named it. You know, Zane's Parade has the elephant. So
Mhm.
that's the thing that I learned. What did you learn?
I learned that you have no idea how to read sign language.
Yeah, you're like giving me a bunch of hand gestures, and people will be able to see it. Either I'm a moron, or you look like you was having a seizure.
I kept trying to tell you to look at your phone, check the Skype messages.
Oh, wow.
And me and
Okay.
Brandy are sitting here having a conversation about you. It was great. Um,
Doo-doo-doo.
well, it's the reason why I held my phone up a couple times and
I
pointed
was
to it.
wondering. I'm like, what are you doing that for?
See, most people would understand. Oh, I got to look at my phone. Um, but no, it was great to talk to Zane. I did learn about his foundation. I didn't really know much about it before we started the show. I did look at it a little bit, but yeah, learning about the elephants was great, and knowing that they have those stuffed animals, I'll probably definitely buy one for my daughter because, like I said, she's huge with stuffed animals.
Right. Yeah,
So,
most kids are.
oh yeah, and he also said it turns into a tray and a cup holder. I mean, that'd be great for you know. Car rides and stuff like that. So,
I mean, I don't
uh,
know if it's just me, but like, I remember when I was a kid, I had to have all the Care Bears. And, do you know how much stuffed animals are now these days? You
oh, they're
can't get
expensive.
one for less than $40.
Unless you get one out of the claw machine for the 50 cents.
Yeah, I mean, hell, you go into Build-A-Bear, and I mean, it starts out at like $50.
Well, that is all for our show for today. We have run out of time. Thank you, everybody, for joining us, and we hope you listen to us again live on Fridays at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, which is 12 noon Central Time, 11
In
Mountain
Colorado
Time,
time.
and 10 on the Pacific. Thank you all again for joining us, and have a great night.
Have a great week, guys.
Rocking the troops 24/7. This is Military Brotherhood Radio.